Are you suffering from fibromyalgia? Or maybe you have some sort of neurodegenerative disease, like Parkinson's or some other kind of neural problem, or maybe just some brain fog. I mean, these are typical symptoms that a lot of people have these days. And then we have to look at, what's underlying many of these problems. And you may have heard of this term mitochondria, and these are little energy centers in all of our cells. Our brain and our nerve cells have a high number of these. And when they're not functioning properly, then guess what? Your cell is not working properly. And these mitochondria actually, interestingly, were once bacteria that somehow our cells, implemented them within the cell billions of years ago, and now are a critical part in producing energy in all of our cells. And so understanding that dysfunction of our mitochondria is really important. Unfortunately, in medical school, we didn't learn these things because a lot of this information is actually quite new. And so what are some of the things that you can actually do to optimize your mitochondria? Well, one, by the way, is, avoiding excess carbohydrates, because that load creates way too much ATP in your cells, and as a result creates damage to those mitochondria. And then there's this concept, what's called mitophagy. And that is removing the dysfunctional mitochondria from those cells because they just get in the way. And so there are products out there, pomegranate is one of them, and there's a product called MitoPure that helps with this process of removing dysfunctional mitochondria. But then there are things like methylene blue, and there's NAD plus and PQQ. These are supplements that are out there on the market that, with a well-qualified, practitioner, is going to help guide you how to use these. But one thing I like to share with everyone, you got to know if there really indeed is a dysfunction. And having a practitioner that can understand and measure the biomarkers that help us understand that there is a mitochondrial dysfunction is really, really key. But some other things are quite easily done. And one is, for example, exercise. Exercise will upregulate your mitochondria. Saunas are great, and even red light therapy. So if you want to get more information and links towards more information about this, whether you're a consumer or a practitioner, go to my app, The Doctor's Guide. Tons of information there, links that can lead you to more insights as what you could do to upregulate your mitochondria and therefore upregulate your quality of life. I'm Dr. Bart Rademacher, The Doctor's Guide. And if you have any questions, reach out to me directly through the app or through my website, drrademacher.com.